Hello, my name is Kelsey, and red wine makes my muscles feel silly. Welcome back to the podcast. Can you take my shift? It's time to gather around the water cooler, everyone, for this week's screamin' gossip.
Screaming.
I don't know. I was looking, so we are moving, and I was looking up, what's around, because our current place, there is, nothing to eat around here except, McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I saw that your favorite ice cream place, they had a location near us, within walking distance. It's not obviously right across the street because that would be too dangerous for you.
Even walking distance is too dangerous, but yes.
Well, at least you're getting some exercise. I feel like if you walk there, you fully earned that ice cream cone.
Yeah, especially in the summer, I'll be going there 2 to 3 times a day.
Well, we are back. It's, this 2 weeks is good. I think it's good for us.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be really stressed out with moving and my new job and life and everything else if we were still doing this every single week. I do kind of miss it because I do kind of miss catching up every single week, and then I sometimes forget what has happened in a week because life comes at you fast, right?
Oh, it totally does. Mm-hmm. No, let's get into what happened the past 2 weeks. Let's have a cute, kitschy little kiki. Let's catch up. Let's have a kiki. So I'm fully back to work. I've been back to work now for almost 2 weeks. Woo-hoo. I think I forgot a little bit on how to socialize because I've been so cut off.
Yeah.
Because I was off work for about almost 4 months. And I know the first week I'd come home and I was so emotionally exhausted because I just wasn't used to talking to that many people anymore. And also too, my customer service voice, she has been resurrected from the dead. Because it was when I worked at the coffee shop, I'd be like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'd be like, "Oh, it's you."
Yeah, and it just drops immediately.
So my boyfriend, he was shopping because it was his sister's birthday, and I think she's turning 2.
Good age.
Yeah, cute, adorable age. That is when they're 2 to 8, that's just the best gifts. I love going shopping for kids' gifts. Toys are just so fun. Because, adults are boring. I'm going to get you a book. I'm going to get you clothes. It's boring. Kids are fun. Toys are fun. And they're not addicted to screens yet.
Yes.
So they still like toys. So it's text me, if you need any help. And I was my phone's charging in the back. If I don't answer, just call me. So he calls the salon. And then I was "Hello, it's Kelsey." And it's "Oh, hey, it's Trevor." And I was "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah, well, that's every time, especially now, the pandemic, I just see you walk in and I don't shout at you, "Hey," because it's hard to hear with the plexiglass and all the masks. We just throw peace signs at each other. I'm
yeah, well, I went into your work today. It was funny because I went to see you today on my way home, and your coworker B was there. He was "Hello, what can I get you?" "Oh, is Amy here?" "Oh." He bends over. "Kelsey?" I was yeah. And he's "Oh, I don't recognize you with the mask." And then he waltzes away to get you.
Oh, yeah. He's "Kelsey's here." And I was "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So.
No, but... So...
Oh, this is just a quick little tangent. I don't know if you've noticed this, but a bad habit I now have at work, especially wearing masks, is I will say things under my breath. So maybe you haven't been at work long enough yet to do this, but this is a really bad habit that a bunch of my coworkers and I have picked up where we will talk to a customer and you have to talk quite loudly. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing I've gotten a lot better at now is talking quite loudly and projecting my voice. But another thing I've gotten really bad at is after a customer leaves, I'll go, "Hi," or "Thank you so much, have a great day." And I'm "Oh, they're so fucking annoying." And when the masks eventually come off, this is gonna be a problem.
I mean... That's incredibly bitchy, and I'm here for it. But no, that's not a problem. Okay. I can say I have. The one thing I have gotten used to is just singing along to the music with the mask on.
Oh, I do that too.
Because no one can see. And the one bad thing... So I have very expressive eyebrows and eyes. Mm-hmm. You can... So the mask really doesn't hide much.
Yeah.
But when you're home, I'll either wink at you or I'll blow you a kiss.
Yeah.
And my one coworker Beth, I'll blow her kisses and then I'll realize I'm wearing a mask. So she just sees me like nod my head. So instead of going like, it's like, what's up?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Yeah. But no, so I've been back at work. I've been emotionally drained. Mostly drained.
It's difficult. It's difficult talking to people all the time, getting back in a flow.
Yeah, and then I'm also too in the last 3 weeks of my schooling, which is incredibly stressful. I have so many final projects and final exams, and also we just thought we're gonna move.
Yeah, it occurred to me the other day that I hadn't told my dad I was moving, and we move in 2 weeks. So when I called him, I was like, "Hey, by the way, did I tell you this?" But like in my defense, my dad's been going through a little bit of a stressful time, so I just wasn't gonna bring it up.
Well, that's the thing is, like, everyone's going through a stressful time that you and I have forgotten to tell a couple people that we're moving.
Yeah.
Like, we got it from, hi, Kaylee. We apologize for not telling you that we're moving.
I'm really sorry.
I didn't tell my dad. My mom had to tell him.
Yeah, but it was also one of those things, we literally signed the agreement to move on the last day of February. Mm-hmm. So it didn't even feel like really real until the absolute first day. And then we were like, okay. And then we didn't sign the lease until like a week later, just because of COVID. But shit happens. People aren't always entitled to know everything that's going on in your life. But like, I do apologize to the people we didn't say, because that's not fair. We're people we talk to every single day. That's not fair.
Exactly. No, and then it was kind of hard for us because before, we've talked about it on the podcast before, the place we lived before the loft was a basement of horrors. Like, it was a nightmare.
Yes.
We had a terrible relationship with our landlord. She took us to court. It was a whole thing. Our landlords we've had at the loft have been great. We've had a very good relationship with them until we said we were moving. And suddenly it has turned into nothing but passive-aggressive emails.
Yeah. Which, it happens when you move. Honestly, I'm happy it's not like ruder, right? Yeah. I think it's just a stressful time for everybody. And I remember when we moved in here, our landlords were just trying to find somebody to move in as quick as possible. So again, it's the same situation. So,
but for me, it was the tonal shift. Like, I used to get smiley faces in text messages.
Yeah, and now you get the dot.
Yeah,
or periods.
Yeah, the boomer ... fine ... okay period.
Yeah. So
I literally got a Happy New Year's text from our landlord with like smiley faces and confetti.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even get one of those.
Yeah, and now it's like, you're moving, okay. When are you going to be out? You have to be out by midnight, March 31st.
Yeah.
We don't get the keys till April 1st. Sure, we can't be out by, like, we can't sleep here. No, you have to be out by midnight.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. But, so this week has been stressful, and then to add on top of it, too. So, one positive thing about this week was BC's COVID restrictions have extended, so now you're allowed to see up to 10 people in an outside setting.
Yes.
So this is exciting, right? A lot of people still, like, we haven't seen our friends, we haven't seen our families. Yeah. So, like, I know this is just like an inch, but like it's a very important inch to a lot of people.
Like I say all the time, you gotta have your inches for miles.
Exactly. So since it was my boyfriend's sister's birthday, he was gonna go get her present. Also, three of his sisters happened to all be born within like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah. So he was getting presents. Like, I picked up the cards, and on a side note, one of my favorite like non-hurtful jokes is that I think will always be funny even though it's stupid is when kids are young, they have the you're 1, you're 2, you're 3 cards. I think that all the way up to 7 or something, and then it goes to like big years, right?
Yeah.
Although if anyone sees like a you're 69 card, let me know, because apparently according to our friends, they've never seen one before.
That's so weird.
Because it's always on the decades, but 69, it's funny.
Yeah, there's a market there for that. Someone could start making those.
Exactly. Maybe, hi, sharks. This is my line of 69.
69 birthday cards. Pitch it.
But anyways, back to it. So his sister was turning 23. So there was no, like, I don't know. I've never met his sister before. I think I've met her on a Zoom call once. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't know if she's because like the dollar store has an odd arrangement of cards. You have your religious birthday cards, you have your weirdly inappropriate birthday cards, and then you have your kind of bland, boring birthday cards. Mm-hmm. At least the dollar store I went to.
Yeah.
so it's like, I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know her sense of humor. I don't know if she'll be like, I don't know. I've really gotten into cards this year, so it was incredibly overthinking it.
That's fair. But, like, yeah, you, like, birthday cards can be one of those things, like, you don't want to get someone, like, a weird one, and then you don't want to get, like, too sentimental if you don't know the person that well.
Exactly. So I'd gotten the really cute one for the 2-year-old. It was an elephant with googly eyes. And then I picked up this really cute one, and it was like, you're 3. And I was like, you're 20.
That's really cute.
Yeah. And then I said to my boyfriend, I was like, if she thinks this is funny, I picked it out. She doesn't like it, you picked it out. he was going to pick me up from work on Saturday. And then we were going to drive to his mom's house and drop off the gifts.
Yeah.
So I get out of late work on Saturday because my coworker has this client from hell. Mm-hmm. Like, she tore a strip off me. She's like, how dare it take this long? And I was like, your appointment was booked to 6. Why did you think you were going to be out at 5:30? Like, her appointment ended up going 20 minutes over. But you also added services on.
Okay, then that's her fault.
It was 100% her fault. She added services on, and like she was like, oh, like, this girl isn't as fast as my other girl, and it's like, well, you booked in
with this specific girl.
Yeah.
Your usual.
Yeah, sucks to suck, basically. Like, I don't have sympathy for people when you do that.
Yeah.
And then complain it took too long. So he's waiting outside. He parks the car. He comes, gets me. He's like, okay, like, I quickly close up the salon. We run to his car. We get in the car. The car will not start.
No.
And a couple days earlier, I'd heard his car do some weird things, and I was like, is that fine? He's like, oh, yeah, it's fine. So car won't start. So on the plus side, so we have to get renter's insurance, which if you're renting, you should get. It's a hassle, but, like, you should get it.
Yes.
And he signed up for BCAA 2 days beforehand because we were going to go through BCAA. So he's like, shit. So we called BCA thinking, like, oh, it's the battery. We just need, like, a jump start of the battery. The guy comes, like, 20 minutes later. He hears the sound. That's not the battery. You're going to have to get it towed.
No.
So we were supposed to be there by 7. It's, like, almost 8 o'clock by now. He, like, talked to us and was like, we're not coming.
Oh, yeah, because you texted me and I felt so bad. I was like, I can't do anything.
I know, like, I knew you couldn't do anything, but I was like, it's okay. And honestly, he was like, you're so calm. And we all know me. Like, I'm a giant ball of anxiety, like, 90% of the time. And I was like, it's fine. You know, you needed me to be calm. I'm calm. Now, if this had happened on the side of the highway...
Different story.
Yeah. Shit would not have been calm.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, the guy's like, the tow truck's probably going to be about an hour. So we were stuck downtown. Downtown was weirdly busy. I mean, it was a Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Yeah, or Saturday?
No, it's Friday because I was at home playing.
Right, yeah. God, I don't know. See, I'm just losing all track. Time is a concept. Time and heights are concepts. So we're, like, walking around, and it's super busy, and we're both hungry because we were gonna pick up dinner on the way. We're both full of anxiety. So it's like, okay, we need to go somewhere, but every place had, like, a huge wait outside because it's COVID, so they could only let so many people in as a Friday night. So we find this random sports bar. And the two of us don't watch sports.
No,
like, I mean, I love me a live baseball game.
Yeah.
But I've never gone to a bar other than when the Raptors
were in the
finals to just watch a sport. So we go in, we both, like, have a cheap beer, and we're like, okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Yep. Yeah, we're all fine. So, yeah. So, and we ended up getting a tow truck, towed it to the garage, and now it's getting fixed. So, you know, things happen.
You know, at least it was, like, a better case scenario than, like, other car incidents that could have occurred. So I'm just happy y'all got home safe. No, what else happened? Well, we didn't say is it International Women's Month or Day?
Well, so we passed International Women's Day, but now it's like, I think it's also
Women's
the month
History Month?
I think so.
Okay. So I think it was, like, the 3rd day of the month. And I've talked about this coworker before. His name we call him Gordo because he's a sneaky brown nose with a hidden agenda. And I think it was the day before International Women's Day. I wasn't working. This is a story told to me. And someone tipped us an American $1 bill. And first of all, that's kind of strange. It's a pandemic. Why do people have American money in Canada currently? It's just kind of weird. And there's usually an issue with a lot of American money being counterfeit, which is kind of a weird thing, but that's a whole other side story. Anyway, my coworker Gordo was so sure that it was fake, and he went around telling everybody it's a fake $1 bill. And my work is mainly full of women. It's like 90% women, 10% men. Like, my manager's a man, but everyone else is like a woman, except for 3 other people.
Yeah.
And everyone at work was like, no, it's real. Like, it's fine. Oh, no. But he was so sure with his big manly brain. You know what he decided to do? He ripped up the dollar bill. And okay, it's not even the fact that he ripped up the dollar. A dollar's a dollar. I don't care about the fact that dollar was going to have to be split 15 ways. Like, at the end of the day, that's like less than 5 cents. But it's the fact that everyone else in the work vicinity is like, this is a real $1 bill. And he was just like, no. I think I know that this is fake. I know I'm correct. The absolute audacity of this man. So it was a really fun way to spend the first couple days of Women's History Month.
Yeah, happy International Women's Day.
Like, apparently my coworker like yelled at him for a good 20 minutes over, and I was like, yeah, honestly, he deserved a lot longer. But, you know, that was that. And now it's daylight savings. So that's nice, I guess. We get... We get to see the sun more. Yeah. We lost out an hour of sleep. I lost out on a little bit more than an hour this weekend, but...
You've not been sleeping.
I haven't been sleeping, but it's 100% my own choice. Yeah. And honestly, I lost sleep for a very, very, very good reason on Saturday. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, no. Like, the thing is, we only have a year difference between the two of us.
Yeah.
But sometimes I go into like full mom mode with you, and I literally, you were on FaceTime, and I was like, go to bed.
It wasn't even that late. It was like 8 o'clock, and you were like, don't stay up too late. And I was like, I am aware that I have a curfew, but I don't have a curfew.
Yes, I have Amy on a strict curfew. She has to be home by 9:30 every night.
I'm always home. No, I don't. I go to bed pretty early for the most part. I think like the latest I usually go to bed is like midnight, except Fridays or Saturdays. But Fridays I play games with friends, and we're up with our shenanigans late into the night. And then Saturdays I just become a day with someone. So
yeah, Fridays are streaming night, possibly. But yeah, so let's talk about that. We streamed. We did. Amy completed her New Year's resolution. Well, I don't know if it was one time or it was supposed to be multiple times, but we did it. The first one, we got it out of the way.
Yeah, we did. And it was really great. A lot of people came and watched it that I didn't think were gonna come and watch it. Like a guy from high school that I like haven't talked to in years came and watched the stream for a bit. Mikey and Chloe, my lovely Disney Arrival mates, came and watched.
On the eve of their cat's birthday.
So important. Yeah. Jen came and watched. I had some other my streaming friends who I play with on Friday. They came and watched. They participated for a little bit. It was a really fun time, and I cried like a baby afterwards. I was literally, we shut it off, and then we talked for a little bit afterwards because we were just like talking with everyone, kind of decompressing, and I was like, I'm not gonna talk, someone else carry the conversation, because I'm literally sitting here like trying not to cry. And I was like, oh my god, this is painful. But it was really nice, and it really helped get my jitters out. So it was Kelsey's idea, so thank you, Kelsey, for helping with that.
Yeah, I am taking a course in school. It's social media for business, and we had to do a project where you either had to make an Instagram account for a brand, a Twitter account, a YouTube video, or do live streaming. And I was like, great, I'll do live streaming. We'll get some content for the podcast. Amy will get into it. Like 3 birds, 1 stone. We got this.
Yeah.
If I can compress things, I will.
Yeah.
If something's going to work for multiple reasons, I will totally do it.
Absolutely.
And then my teacher was like, so for the live streaming, it has to be no more than 15 minutes, business related, and on Facebook. And I was like, I'm not going live on Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate Facebook with a passion. I understand it's still the largest social media platform,
Yeah.
but I still hate it with a passion.
Absolutely.
What am I gonna? Am I just gonna sit there and be like, "Hi, welcome to Business Analytics with Kelsey. I am going to school for business, so do I know what I'm talking about?" So. It's because I told her I wanted to stream on Twitch, and she's like, I don't think that'll really work. So I was like, great, well, there goes my whole plan. But I was like, no, I'd literally already gotten all of her friends on board. I'd planned the whole thing.
Yep.
Like because I'd planned I wanted to play Jackbox games. I'd planned them all out, and my boyfriend was like, okay, dude, you have a little too much, because I'm a psycho planner.
Yeah.
I like to plan. And he's like, the better streams are when things are not overly scripted, Kelsey.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, then what do you, so I was like, you know what, I've done all this work. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna have fun, something for the girls, something for the gays, something for our non-binary pals. Let's just have a kiki.
Yeah.
So, is that my new word?
Is that? Yeah, I think that's the hot buzzword this episode.
It's fine. I got caught up in Drag Race today, so.
Fair.
So we did it, and it was a lot of fun, although I didn't expect to be iced.
Oh, that was my favorite thing. I told everybody about that. I told Kaylee, I told Cleffa, I told Trevor, I told everyone. I was like, I'm icing Kelsey. And I was so happy that it worked out. And then you iced me in a slightly inappropriate manner, which now I'm very happy this was not a school project, because that would not have gone over well at all.
Okay, but it wasn't against the terms of service. You didn't see any nudity.
No, it's true. It's just I had to pull a Smirnoff Ice out of your boobs. And if anyone wants to, they can go to our Twitch channel, my Twitch channel to watch. You can watch the full live stream, or you can watch, I clipped the part where I iced Kelsey, and then I also clipped the part where she iced me, and it turned into an HR scenario. But if you want to watch any of those,
It's fine. We hired an HR person. She said it was cool, Yeah, we had a live job interview.
we did.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. We had our 2-hour pee break, It was a lot of fun. And if you want to rewatch the stream or watch any of the clips, I'll shamelessly plug myself. It's twitch.tv/Shelly Amy with an underscore. So there you go.
This is Amy's Twitch. Let's be very clear here, because I know I am so funny, even though I know all of you sabotaged me. So I may show up on her Twitch, but you're subscribing for Amy, not me.
You're subscribing for me. And we got 15. I already have 15 followers, which I was like, wow.
I'm still salty.
exciting.
So it was to find the funniest member of the Can You Take My Shift staff. Now we had me, who is the writer.
Yep.
And star.
Of course.
Yeah, let's be honest, I'm the star.
Yep. I'm just here by proxy. I'm the secondary character who gets a spin-off show. That's fine with me.
Yeah. And then we have Amy, the co-star, the producer, the editor, the social media manager.
Yep.
Then we had Trevor, who is our chauffeur, our caterer, and my boyfriend.
Yep.
Then we had Mason, who is technical support, and bachelor number 1.
It's bachelor number 1.
Mason, yeah. Because he is the one who helped you with your PC.
He did. Thank you very much, Mason.
Yeah.
Appreciate it a lot.
And then we had Camille, our top viewed guest. Her episode is the top viewed guest episode.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Keegan, but Camille, the guests just like her a little bit more.
That's okay. It was a great episode.
It was.
And if you want to listen to Camille's lovely episode, it's episode 20 called Love and Other Drugstore Tales. And it was a lot of fun. It was a really good time.
And then we had her partner on and a future guest when he's allowed to talk about the job he's currently doing.
God. Yeah, I know his job is so cool.
Yeah. David. also technical support. He has a job that we are very much invested in, and we are not allowed to talk about any of the things he may or may not have told us. I don't know, NDA, he didn't tell us anything, wink wink.
I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and then we had a couple others join us along, but we only did the score for the 6 of us.
Yes.
And I came in 5th, which is, I'm sorry, it's utter blasphemy. You all were conspiring against me. You turned chat against me. They were all your friends.
I didn't turn chat against you. Some of them were you. Some of them were your friends.
Okay, but no, they were either our friends or your friends.
Yeah. Because you seem more gamer friends.
I'm a bisexual dating a gamer boy. Like, I don't play video games. I play Animal Crossing and The Sims and Mario Kart. Like, very much so. Okay, maybe I'll bust out the Dream Life Superstar.
WarioWare.
Yeah. Okay, well, WarioWare is amazing and nobody can beat me on that game.
True. No,
can you pick the nose as well as I can?
I cannot. Because Camille won.
Yes.
So we said the prize was a company pizza party.
Because we don't give raises here.
We don't give raises, we give pizza parties.
Yeah.
So Camille will be getting a pizza party. I came in 2nd, which I was like, yes, gotta assert my dominance on my first stream and here at the podcast. My hard work pays off. I like to think I'm funny, so at least it showed.
You know what? It wasn't my night. I think it was the Smirnoff Ice if you hadn't iced me. Because when I played with Trevor's family, I won almost every single game. So
It's really funny because I always say I'm really bad at Jackbox because playing Jackbox makes me extremely nervous. Mm-hmm. And then I usually get sometimes like 2nd or like 3rd depending on the game. And then everyone's like, Amy, you said that you suck at this. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't think my answers were funny. And then half the time my answers are like simping or
yeah.
And I'm like, well, at least I know my audience.
No, and I'm mad too because I did not think, like, who came in last? Was it Trevor?
It was Mason.
Oh, Mason came in. Okay, that's bad because Mason is bad at Jackbox. We played once with him before, and it was this game where you had to lie.
Yes.
And Mason has never seen any of the Star Wars movies.
Oh my god, this is so fun.
And the question was, you had to put up finger up of which Star Wars film is your favorite. So I unapologetically love The Phantom Menace.
Yes.
But everybody knows this. But Mason also put the number 1 up.
That was his first mistake. Honestly, I just think, because you're trying to catch who the liar is, and the liar gets a different prompt.
Yeah.
So you just hope that your lie can fit. Because I remember the one time I was a liar, and it was like, my prompt was something else like, what is something you'd bring with you, like, in a bunker? So I put water. And then the actual prompt was, what is something Amy would like for her birthday? And I was like, I was like, how can I argue water? Because water is life. You need to have water every single day. 8 cups of water. And everyone's like, Amy, it's you. And I was like,
the other favorite one was one of our friends. The question was, how many walk of shames have you done? And they put up like 10 fingers, and we're like, oh boy.
Yeah, and he was like, wait, no,
that wasn't the question I got.
He just outed himself immediately.
Yeah.
No.
But no, I think, you know what? I used to be I didn't know anything about Twitch streaming, honestly, before really 2021.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like opened up for me. I think streaming continues to get bigger and bigger, and there's so many different subsets because I've never been a video gamer. I've never really played video games. I didn't grow up with them. I had the Wii. That was my very first console.
Yeah.
And mainly I played Wii Sports. And it's kind of opening my eyes. Like, I don't necessarily like video games any more than I do. I mean, the only game I've been playing is Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but would you say you have like a newfound respect for like the video game community?
I think I do, and as well as I never fully understand why people watch people play video games, because you really like the Game Grumps. That's what they're called.
I love them.
And I'd come home all the time, and you'd be watching them, and I'd be like, okay, like these guys are kind of funny, but I don't really get it.
Yeah.
But I think, there's the sense of, I find with live streaming now that I can see the sense of community, and like, depending on who you watch, you have your smaller streamers where if their chat is active, they're easily able to talk to their chat. It's like it's a back and forth, and it feels like a community.
Yeah.
And then you have the people like your top streamers who their chat goes by so fast, and then they're able to pick out like one comment.
Yeah.
So I think it's very different. I think also too, streaming has become a job.
Yes.
And there is a lot of money to be made in streaming. I know I looked up the top 5 highest paid Twitch streamers in 2020, and number 1 was XQC. Now, I know nothing about this person.
Yeah.
But they made almost $2 million in income, and an estimated total of $1,595,000 just from subscriptions.
That doesn't even include probably they have brand deals
Yeah.
or merch or something.
Yeah.
Dang. Or they probably also have a separate YouTube channel.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And then you can tip people on stream. You can donate, and it
Yeah.
talks about earning about $80,000 just from donations. And they all, like, when you look at the top 5 Twitch streamers, they've all earned like over $1 million from, like, that's crazy.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. Like, I don't even know what I would do with $1 million right now.
Well, like, do you remember...
Maybe buy the good toilet paper.
There's like that meme going around about the whole like stimulus check.
Yeah.
And it's like people like when the $1,400 hits my bank account.
Where's Wendy?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me Wendy.
Give me Wendy.
Like it's so much money. And I think like our generation, we kind of grew up more when like YouTube was starting out, and a lot of people wanted to become YouTubers or like daily vloggers, and that was like the big thing people were trying to reach for. And now that's kind of started dying unless you have like an interesting concept where you can pitch videos every week on YouTube. If not, now it's turned to content streaming, and a lot of it is the different video games. There's you can stream like any video game under the sun, and then there's also like DJ channels on Twitch. There is
Well, I think
so much.
with newcomers now, you kind of either go the TikTok route or you go the live streaming route, and then you use YouTube as a secondary platform, right? Like if you stream on Twitch, you put your clips on YouTube.
Yes.
TikTokers will put compilations on YouTube, or they'll do like when all the Vine, because remember when Vine was big, and all the Vine people moved to either Instagram or they moved to YouTube. If they could do longer form content, they moved to YouTube. If they were stuck in the short form, they did Instagram.
Yes.
And the good old ask question and answer video.
Oh, God.
But it's because we have seen the rise, because I remember when we were young, everyone wanted to be Smosh.
Yes.
Right, making the short form comedy skits.
Yes.
And then there was the rise of like Casey Neistat and the daily vlog.
Yes.
And then also too, there's so many different subsets of content creation that it's completely blown up. And yes, is it an oversaturated market? I would say yes and no.
I would say it's like, but it's like any market. Like any market can be oversaturated, but if you have a niche, right? And if that niche is like, like if you only play like Pokemon, or if you only play like Smash, or if you only play like Hollow Knight, things like that, if you can fit into those pockets of those communities, and if you can do it well, you'll make money.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, and then the things people do, because streaming also too isn't just playing video games. People do other things on stream, like you said, DJs, and some people play games. Some people just talk, and And I know
Some people craft.
yeah, and if there's an audience for it, then why not, right?
Exactly.
I know last night my boyfriend was telling me about his favorite streamer is doing this thing. I guess he took a week off because he got his appendix removed. I don't know. So he set the timer. I think it was 24 hours, and then for every subscription, the timer went up 20 seconds, and he was going to stream until the timer ran out, and he literally slept on stream. And then he woke up and it had like gone up like a bunch of hours.
God.
And I think it's so crazy, but like I think because I have the tab open right now. Currently, he has 35,000 people watching.
Damn, that's really impressive.
Oh, I have earned now channel points because I didn't know this was up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even following him. Yeah. No, but it's just so crazy. Like, he's got 1.7 million followers. He currently has 35,000 people watching him do a sleep stream at midnight, never-ending stream subathon. That's what he's called it.
Yeah.
And I think he's on Google Maps right now.
Oh.
I'm not sure what he's doing on Google Maps, but
I'm sure there's something.
yeah.
So.
But no, it's such a like a booming industry that people rise and fall every day, and then also too it's an expansive industry because I think how we have been consuming media is very different.
Yeah.
Because when you talk to people our age and younger, nobody has cable. You have streaming services, or you consume other types of media.
Yeah, and I definitely think with the fact that it's also we're hitting a year since the pandemic started, okay? It's been a year. I'm not going to say happy anniversary because it's not happy. I think one of the big things why Twitch has become more relevant in a lot of people's lives is people will just like sit and put it on in the background. Like that's half the reason I like watching Game Grumps is because I could just sit and put it on in the background. And they used to do live streaming through YouTube. And like the one thing that was really nice about that is then just all the content was all on YouTube. So I didn't constantly have to kind of go back and forth from platforms, which is nice. Like on Twitch, you just have to like set it so your videos will save and then you can keep all your clips there too. That I didn't know until like a week ago. And I was like, oh, I could just go back and watch Twitch streams. I thought they would like disappear, but they don't do that. And there is way more of a community on Twitch than there is on YouTube. And I think that's why it's been thriving so much is because people feel a connection.
Okay, so I do have a salacious story about a streamer. So we know a couple streamers, I guess. Some of our friends do it regularly. Like one of our friends, I've pulled up everybody's stats here.
You can pull up stats.
So I'll pull up some stats. So one of our friends has 8.2 thousand followers and is verified on Twitch.
Wow.
So next has 1.5 thousand followers.
Yes, very good.
And then we go down to my boyfriend who has 474 followers.
Very nice.
And then we go down to Amy, who has 15.
It's still 15 people?
No, those are the only 4 channels I follow on Twitch.
Look, for the fact that I've only done 1 2.5 hour stream and I got 15 little subscribers and I think
they're followers, honey.
Sorry. That's what I meant. I know people aren't paying me. It's fine. I know. I'm very aware. I'm stuck in a YouTube mindset.
They're paying you in love and affection.
Yes, honestly, I almost prefer that. But my other thing I got on Twitch when it showed me, it was like I got 5 people chat. It was like you have to get like 5 people chatting at the same time. I got 7. I was just like, wow, I hit something.
Have you unlocked the subscriber button yet? I don't subscribe to anybody, but
I subscribe to someone, but that's just because you get your
Amazon Prime.
Your Amazon Prime subscription, and I'm like, fuck you, Jeff Bezos.
Damn it, we only get one between because we share Amazon Prime, right?
Yes.
Oh, fine.
We'll have to switch every month.
It's okay. It doesn't. Ooh, I'm gonna subscribe to my boyfriend. Okay, you're gonna pay for groceries this month because I subscribe to your Twitch channel.
Exactly. That's how that works.
No, it's okay. I'm a VIP on his channel. I think I've mentioned that before. I have a little pink diamond next.
I'm a VIP on a couple of people's channels. It feels real special.
Oh yeah, ooh, yeah. But I want to talk about, so before I knew about streaming, so this was over a year ago, I accidentally met a large streamer. So I love me a good scandal.
Absolutely.
Because, like, I'm going to school to become, like, a publicist. So I love, it's not that I love drama, but, like, I'm a little bit of a gossip, but it's fine.
You can say you love drama. It's fine.
I am so invested on how people handle it.
Yes.
Like, it just baffles my mind on people, when people get in scandals, and people who handle it really well, and you can tell, all right, they know they fucked up. They're like, all right, we gotta fix this. The ones who hire... they hire a PR team, they hire a publicist, they're like, help me fix this. And the ones who make, like, the half-assed apologies, or they don't apologize, or this, or all that shit. So I work in a salon that does waxing.
Yes.
And this girl comes in, I check her in, she goes to the room, everything's like, whatever. I'm like, okay. She leaves. I ask her, like, if you want to book in for next time. And she's like, oh, like, I'm in, like, California half the time. And I'm, like, this here and this here. And she was kind of weird, too. She was kind of bouncing all over the place. And I was like, okay, I've seen weirder people.
Yeah.
Like, this is nothing. I work in downtown Vancouver. I've seen weird people. So I was like, okay, cool. I won't book you in. Like, you don't need to give me a 5-page story on why, like, you don't want me to book you in. Just say, no, I'm good. And then she leaves, and then my coworker comes up to me, and she's like, do you know who that was? And I was like, no. Because some famous people have come into the salon I work at.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, Megan Fox came in and bought deodorant.
While you were working?
No, I wasn't working. I was so mad. Because it was literally, like, a half an hour after I left.
No.
And I'm like, I just wanted to know how tall she is. Like, I know I could look it up, but, like, I always, like, I'm taller than Kim Kardashian, and that weirds me out because, like, I don't think...
That weirds me out,
she's only
too.
5'2". But anyways...
Oh, okay.
I just blew Amy's mind there.
I also have no construct of height. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, someone could be like, I'm 6'3", and I'm like, all I know is you're taller than me, and, like, you're 5'5".
No, I'm 5'3".
See, I don't know. And every time you tell me that, I'm like, no, you're not. And then you wear flat shoes, and I'm like... Okay, yeah, okay, you're tiny.
Because I wear heels like a good 90% of the time.
Yes, but okay.
Anyway, so she leaves, and my coworker goes, do you know who that was? And I was like, no, I don't. She's like, do you remember that YouTuber who... I think she was live streaming. She threw her cat on stream. And I was like, why does that sound familiar? So I go like, look it up. And it was Alinity.
No.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, because I think she used her name. Her name is Natalia.
Yeah, well, it'd be really weird if she was like, I'm Alinity.
No, but, like, I mean, obviously didn't watch. I've never watched her before, but as soon as she said that, like, I looked her up and I was like, yeah, that's her. Just she wasn't wearing any makeup, and I was like, all right. So you just waxed the woman who threw her cat.
Did she tip well?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. And I just looked it up because I was, like, curious. What's she been up to because I remembered this story before we were going to sit down and film this episode.
Yeah, because it's been at least a year or more.
I think it's been over a year.
Yeah.
And because this was obviously way pre-pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And... she was suspended from Twitch after fans complained about her nip slip during an April 24th broadcast in 2020.
Yikes.
So, yeah. So, I have many, like, celebrity stories that I have not talked about. But, yeah, there's one for you.
Interesting. Interesting. I never thought that'd come up, but yeah, there you go.
You know what? Yeah, so it's fine.
But yeah, that's our little venture into Twitch streaming. I keep saying ours.
It's not ours.
It's mine.
You've gotten into the communist. It's ours, comrade.
Ours, comrade.
Yeah. No. again, like I said, if you all enjoyed it and you want to hype Amy up, because I think you should. She is a beautiful, gorgeous perfection of a human being. And that's me and my 100% bias talking. Y'all should follow her on Twitch. Make it, if you don't have a Twitch account, it's free. Make a Twitch account.
That's what a couple friends did, and I was like, that's really nice.
Yeah. I thought I had to pay for one, and my boyfriend's like, no, you can just make one for free. So, if you want to follow me on Twitch, I probably will not stream. Although I have considered playing The Ratchler on stream. It's this rat, it's The Bachelor, but with rats.
We can play it. How about we play it together sometime?
Okay,
I'll go first, and then you can
Yeah,
go.
we can play.
Can go first, and you can take off.
Because we talked about an episode on how to win The Bachelor.
Yes.
So I want to see if we could win The Ratchler.
Let's see if we can win them. Yeah, I would be down to play that too. No, my goal is maybe start streaming Fridays, because my friends, they play Among Us. They all stream. Maybe I can sneak in there and hang out. We'll see. Fridays are kind of weird. But at the end of the month, my favorite video game of all time, Kingdom Hearts, comes out for the PC, and they're coming out with every single one of them. So your girl's about to drop a real pretty penny on some games. And the reason I think we said this before, but the reason I wanted to start Twitch streaming is because I grew up playing video games, but they were always with my brothers, and a lot of the time I wasn't always allowed to play because they didn't want me touching their save files, and I just had to sit there and watch them. But I love watching people play video games. I think it's really interesting because video games are really expensive and they can be inaccessible to a lot of people. So I think it's a way to still enjoy something that you care about, even if you can't play it right away. And yeah, a lot of my really close friends either don't play video games or they're very, very casually into it, and it's a way to kind of share it again with the community and people who do enjoy it. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to enjoy it and hopefully not cry on camera or make too much of a fool of myself.
Maybe I'll make guest appearances, because apparently maybe I don't work in a live stream setting. Maybe I'm not as funny clearly.
You gotta write down your jokes.
I know,
you gotta
apparently.
Plan them out.
I love to plan, okay?
If you love to plan, then why don't you have more followers on Twitter?
I am so stressed because of school. If you would like to do my final projects for me, we are still in a pandemic. I am very stressed out. Also, too, even Dr. Bonnie Henry live streams. I watch her live stream.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was the point that we were gonna make. Oh my gosh, yeah. So that's another thing that, because but that's a cool point we talked about. A lot of people don't have cable anymore. So when they have to do all the huge government announcements or all the huge Q&As, they have to put them on a platform where everybody can watch them.
Yeah.
Now, they don't do it through Twitch, but they do it through YouTube. And I think I made the joke the other day that was well, if the government live streams, you better subscribe to Dr. Bonnie Henry's channel. So that means, so then hopefully you'll get the vaccine faster.
Yeah. I'm doing a subscriber-only vaccine.
Or if you subscribe to my Patreon, the different tier levels will get you in at the different months.
Comment, and subscribe for the Dolly Parton vaccine.
For the Pfizer. Comment for Johnson & Johnson. I don't know what they all are. There's 3 of them now.
There's Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and then a new one that just got okayed in Canada.
There's so many. Just give it to me already.
Yeah, just shoot me up. Come on.
Shoot me up. Maybe let's not phrase it that way.
No. I have licked a disgusting table in Florida. I've licked beer off a table in Florida. I'm not scared of what's in the vaccine.
Yeah, one of our friends, and we were talking to him the other day, and didn't he say he sucked beer out of a carpet? He sucked beer out of a carpet in housing, and we're like, oh no.
I love it. We are all fine.
We're all fine, and we will be fine. There is a light coming at the end of the tunnel over all this stuff.
So with that, Amy, with a big old ooh-woo,
I'm not saying it.
Why don't you give us the outro?
All right. Well, thanks, guys, so much for listening this week. I hope you enjoyed our episode about streaming and just catching up with us. Because again, we're only twice a week now, so we always have a lot more things to say. The episodes are like a little bit longer, but honestly, it's kind of nice. So if you want to follow us on all our social medias, we're on Instagram at Can You Take My Shift. That's where we post weekly updates, and we post TikToks there a lot of the time. You can also find our personal Instagrams if you want to follow us there. It's just linked in the bio. You can follow us on Twitter at CYTMS Podcast. We tweet there. Again, that's where updates go out every single week. And we like to meme there a lot all the time. And if you guys ever have any questions, or if you have any topics you want us to talk about, you can DM us on Instagram, you can DM us on Facebook. That's totally fine. Reach out to us there. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, again, our personal Twitters are also in the bio. And remember, we're trying to get Kelsey her fish, Glenn. We're moving to a bigger place. She can have Glenn. She's refusing to buy a fish because it's the principle of the matter.
I got one more follower. Thank you, Brittany, for the pity follow. I thoroughly appreciate it.
See?
I think it's only because I hired you as an HR person. But you know what? I'll take it.
Take what you can get. So, again, Closer, I did lose one follower, so there you go. That helps you out. I don't know why.
Brittany, did you pity unfollow Amy for me?
I really doubt that she did. So yeah, you can follow us on our social medias there. And if you want to, our personals again are at Shelly Amy and at Kelsey Peets on both Instagram and Twitter. We also have a Facebook page, again, at Can You Take My Shift, and there we also post updates. Mainly there it's just like weekly updates when the episodes drop. And then again, if you want any questions or have any topics you want us to talk about, you can also send us a message there, whatever works best for you. To listen to our lovely voices every other week, you can listen to us on Anchor. You can listen to us on Spotify. And if you listen to us on Spotify, give us a little follow. That way the episodes just go straight into your little Spotify playlist every single week. This sounds really bad. I've had a podcast forever, but I've only actually recently started listening to podcasts like religiously on Spotify. And I didn't realize you had to like follow them. So I learned something new this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, again, I don't know. But do that. It's very handy. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, of course. And if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a little 5-star rating and a review if you would be so kind. It just helps us get on charts and makes my little heart happy reading all the reviews. So thank you if you've left one. And if you haven't, now you have the opportunity to do that. You can also listen to us on YouTube. And if you listen to us on YouTube, make sure you like those videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And again, subscribe to us on there because we're trying to make more content there. But that's going to happen when we move into our new house. So once we get set up there, make sure you're already subscribed. So when those videos come out, you don't even have to worry about it. You just get to see it. And I believe that's all the plugs for social media I got this week, but I believe Kelsey has a little shout out because we have a lovely super fan this week.
Yes, we keep forgetting to do the super fan. I apologize.
It's because I think at this point we just have a lot.
Yes.
We have a lot of really listeners who listen all the time. We have some lovely people who listen to us over and over and over again because they love the sound of our voice.
I know, it's my voice, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah. But no, our super fan of the week goes out to Tracy. Tracy, thank you for listening to the episodes to hear the millennial point of view. And just a reminder, Tracy, this is a comedic podcast. Wink, wink.
Tracy, this whole podcast is a lovely joke, so I appreciate you listening. Kelsey appreciates you listening.
I'm a lovely, respectable woman.
That's debatable. But yeah, I believe that's all we got for this week's episode. And until 2 weeks from now, Kelsey, can you take my shift?
No, see, I have some Jell-O shots that I have to make for a lady, so I might be a little busy.
Am I that lady?
I'm allowed to have more than one lady needing Jell-O. I have at least 3.
You have at least 3? Are they under the age of 90?
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay. I don't know. All right, we'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.